Okay, I'm gonna try a very hard run today. As you can see, I've completed it. I'm just gonna try to give my thoughts to help anyone out who's struggling. I obviously still struggle with it. Very hard's not a misnomer. I've only completed it about once out of 7 or 8 attempts, maybe. So I'll probably not make it, but that's all right. So first things first, I see that we have a light square bishop, so we want to stay on the dark squares. It's gonna help us out a lot. Let's move. The one thing I want you to take away from this, if anything, is how to think about knight moves. I'll have a link in the description to a picture that explains this a little bit better. But 2 squares away, like if I was on this square, the knight would take many, many moves to be able to put me in check. And it's very similar to any square that's the 2 squares here that are orthogonal to it. This diagonal square, so I'm going to move here. It's very similar if you can move up right next to the knight, he can't check you right away. So I'm going to move here because it's going to take the knight a couple moves to check me no matter what. And I'm going to shotgun this. I don't have enough firepower for the knight to kill the knight and the pawn, so the rook would get me. So I'll stay there. A similar thing with the knights from before is they can jump to these 2 squares, you see how that, and I am 1 square further away. So then I know without even having to think about where the knight moves is that he can't get to me this turn, so I'm just going to reload and try to take out this knight. I didn't get it, that's terrible. So when I move next to the knight, that's always nice. Okay, I have the power for this, so I'm just going to do it. It's quite nice that the rook didn't make it to me, so I'm going to jump next to this so the knight can't get to me. Take out this knight, I didn't get him earlier. Move orthogonal to the knight so I don't have to worry about him. Put some damage on the rook is always nice. Move orthogonal to the knight, move orthogonal to the knight. And we're going to start working on some pawns. Pawns are a lot more trouble in very hard mode than a lot of the other modes. You just have so many other pieces you have to clean up. And a lot of times you just don't have the ammo for it. But I like to clean up the pawns at the end. It's just easier to think about. Less brain power involved. Once you've got the win, just take the easy win. So I think I'm kind of similar to here. I'm hopping around the king like the game's over. Okay, so Court of the King is always tough. I've had some good runs with it, but it requires a lot of thinking. Hard and very hard, you don't get the extra barrel, which is very nice. One of the main things you really want in this game is to be able to push out as much damage at the start as you can and to clear the field. So an extra barrel helps a lot with that. It basically increases your damage output at the start by instead of shooting every other, you can shoot 2 out of 3 rounds. If you do that, you'll go through your max ammo fast, but it's definitely worth it. Zealots is tough, but we're gonna go ahead and take it. It doesn't add any pieces to their side, which is always nice. So a double barrel is always really nice to get. So we have a light square bishop, so let's stay on dark squares as much as we can. Okay, so 2 away and 1 square, so I just know I can move here and be alright. We'll just try to blast. That's nice. So I can put out a bunch of damage. We're gonna get checked by the knight almost no matter what. We can move back here. I don't really want to back away. I'd rather just take the check and stay up front. So we'll just take the check. We're gonna do this like that. Alright, let's go over here and get ready for this rook. There's no reason to risk it, we're not doing damage, so let's just do it. The rook's dead. I'm gonna try something. So you could just see how much easier the extra barrel made it. Like that wasn't even, I didn't really have to think. But an extra barrel is always good, I'm sure everyone knows that. Just made it being hard. Let's hop around here. Alright, well. He didn't like to die, but that's fine. Fire rate, okay, red book is terrible. It's almost untakeable in hard mode. It means that you're gonna have, first of all, you're gonna have 2 bishops. So instead of just like, as I've been thinking about it, the bishop is on light squares. You can just be safe if you stay on dark squares. This completely changes that. And it means basically every time the bishops move, they're going to check you, which, as I said earlier, you really want to be pushing damage out as fast as you can at the start of the game. And this is going to slow you down horribly when you're constantly getting checked. So red book is almost untakeable. So we're going to take Crow's Blessing. Fire range is always nice. You can, you're much more likely to hit pieces behind, and get some damage on pieces you weren't even aiming at, which can always come in handy later. So we got a light square bishop will stand dark squares, orthogonally for that knight, so we'll go here. And let's just push out some damage on that knight if we can. That's terrible. Got kill. Move orthogonally. I'm going on a light square, but it's a while until that bishop moves because he just moved, so we'll just take that out. Oh, I was totally wrong on that, my bad. Let's take out this rook. He's annoying. Okay, we're gonna take out that pawn. I didn't think I had enough. That easily could have killed me. We'll reload in place and take out the rook wherever it moves. Bishop. Okay, so we're gonna go for the king now because with conscription, it can be pretty annoying. The firepower for that. Oh wow, we're getting terrible damage on this king. It's gonna be a real problem. You're getting terrible damage on this king. Okay, bishop, that's good. Okay, we're gonna go here. I'm thinking we're gonna have to go here and shotgun whatever gets respawned. I need the ammo anyway, and the rest of the pawns are a long ways away. The bishop's not too scary, so we're just gonna go here and shotgun whatever this is. Okay, rook is annoying for sure. Okay, let's think about. It's usually helpful to think about baiting the rook. So, okay, so the problem is the king's gonna come closer to me, and the rook's gonna come. Either one of these two squares if I hop here. And that's going to box me in pretty hard. So I'm tempted to go up here and try to bait the rook into coming over here and the king over here, so I have a little bit more space in this direction. Like I can hop here after that and shotgun the rook. So we're going to try that. Okay, it didn't happen. Then the king actually hopped away, which is fantastic. I'll take the shot there. We'll reload and kill this rook. Okay, stand dark squares. Blocking up that pawn's nice. Oh man, we're having some troubles with these pawns. King 5 HP. This pawn's actually got 4 moves, so we got some time. We'll just make our way over there. Hopefully this goes no kill. That's really rough. And it spawned on us. Okay, so we have to go here. Probably need to be thinking a little bit harder already. Okay, so this bishop's coming in after this pawn, so it's going to end up having to come out on this diagonal, which means this square is going to be safe for a while, so we're going to try to blast this king. We're just going to try to focus the king. Okay, 3 damage is extremely nice. Let's reload. Okay. He's in an annoying spot. Let's go here and blast this bishop. Then we can go here and blast the king. Let's try that. That's a queen. That's terrible. This king won't jump into me. That's always a problem. Let's try here and hope he jumps into me. If I have to, I really don't want to have to try to take out the queen right now. We'll try. Stay on light squares because the bishop's still a dark square bishop. He didn't jump into me. Reload. We got some damage on the queen, so we can one-shot her now. She jumps on top of us. Okay. That's a really tough floor, man. I need a little bit of movement. Maybe I should have bursted down the king earlier. Might have been one of my main problems. Firework's fantastic. We'll take that. Helps you kill bishops 1 square further away in 1 shot. It's always nice, especially with the range. So we got a dark square bishop. Knight come out. Let's one-shot the knight, hopefully. Did not get it. One-shot the bishop. I don't care if the knights hit me. Let's go orthogonal the knight. Take it out. Knights are annoying. Go 2 away from the knight so I don't have to think about it for a bit. Okay, rook's gonna come up, but we want him to come up as much as we can. Like, we don't want to go back right now and have the rook cut us off here, because then we have the option of going up into, this is danger, like extreme danger, because we don't have a soul to jump over him or anything like that, and we'll be stuck up here with all the pawns. So we're just going to go ahead and blast the king here. Getting rid of the pawn's always nice. When's the queen move? 2 moves, 2 for that. I would like to go here to block this pawn for a turn. But we're gonna go here and blast that hand. Yeah, you can come in. Now this pawn's blocking the rook, so the rook's got a bit, and we'll take out the queen. It's always nice to take out the queen. Alright, let's try to blockade some of these pawns. Blockade that pawn. Rook comes in. We're in a bit of danger actually, but we should be able to take out the rook twice here. Extremely annoying how far up these pawns are. So best to go out and try to take him out. He only has 1 HP. He moves in 2 moves, so I go 1. If I go here, this pawn's gonna move and promote. The rest of the pawns actually have a while, so we're gonna chase it. That pawn comes up, move it down. Here. Do I want more ammo first? Not really. Let's take the king forward. Blockade that pawn. I'm trying to go through the problem here. Lost the king. Okay, king has less HP than my firepower. That's fantastic. We jump in there. As you can see, I'm already struggling with floor 4. Very hard. It's not missing anything at all. Okay, looking at this, extra soul slots, the first thing I see, it's amazing. It's one of the main downsides of very hard is that you don't get one. So if I get a soul slot and an extra barrel, that's putting me way more on track with like where normal mode is, which is always good to think about. Cavalry, like I said, it's basically always going to get there is the thing. Wand of Wings, great for an assassination build. It's great movement. I think you could easily choose either of these here. Wand of Wings is actually good. You get a move, you get another turn after you use it, like it doesn't take your turn. So it's actually a lot of movement to get that one, but I'm going to take the soul slot. Obviously soul slots are amazing. Wand of Wings is kind of like, it's definitely better, it's better movement on that turn than a soul slot, but it's kind of, it's only one turn obviously. So we're going to try to stay in line squares and try to blast these bad boys as much as we can. Done. We'll move closer to the queen. They move on the same turn, don't they? Very terrible. Let's actually move up here so that when they both come down, the knight's not gonna block because it goes first. So we're gonna go up and blast this, and then blast the knight on the next turn, and then we should be able to reload in place and have everything come down this way. So we have a lot of room behind us. Because we want to be up. Oh, he can move a little faster than I thought, but that's fine. Okay, not reloading in place, but we'll just shuffle to the side. This should be fine. They're going to come down like that. If the queen comes here, it's a little bit more annoying, but we can deal with that. Okay, queen actually went there. I can't check this if we go here. I'll go here. We'll focus on the king. That was kind of one of our problems last time. And we're in an extremely good spot to be doing that. We'll check some good time. Yeah, still almost nothing over here. So that was much easier than the last 4. Maybe it's just because I focused on the king more. You got a soul slot, that's always great. Okay, so Subtle Poison, obviously amazing. King and Queen minus 1 HP. Queen minus 1 HP is great if you can't get firepower because it brings you down to 4 power. You have a big break-even point when you can one-shot the king and the rooks. I'm extremely tempted to take this. We'll think about it in a minute. But +1 firepower, your first firepower, is much more impactful than most of your other ones because this is the point where you can start to one-shot the queen and the rook. So 1 firepower, especially the first one, is amazing. You always want more, just because you can always pepper in more, but this is a tough choice. It's definitely a tough choice. We only have 1 bishop right now. Adding 6 pawns, I already have a problem with dealing with the pawns. But being able to one-shot the rooks is going to help a lot. Maybe later we can... Tough, extremely tough. I think I want to get Subtle Poison here. The queen is just such a problem in the early game when I'm trying to take care of everything else, and 3 pawns instead of 6 is significant. This is an extremely extremely tough choice, and if I saw someone else have to make one, there's no way I wouldn't. I wouldn't regret or judge them on either choice. So we're gonna take this. Queen's just such a problem. This is actually a good number of pawns. It really blocks up the back line. Pawns are actually extremely nice. So we're one away from orthogonal from this guy, so we don't even have to really worry about him. Let's actually... I kind of want to open up a line for one of these major pieces, like the rook to come down, so I can kill him now instead of having to deal with it later. And we're safe from the bishop because we're on a light square, and we're safe from the knight because we're one away from orthogonal to him. So I'm actually going to try to hit this pawn and let the rook out. Okay, it happened. That's great. We are going to have to stay on the light square. And the knight's going to check us, which is always annoying. But we're gonna follow through with our plan to take out this rook, stay on the light square, so don't worry about you. And we'll take out you now. The knights are often a little bit more annoying. We'll stay here instead of moving up because I want to see if maybe we'll get some pepper damage on the pawns behind instead of moving up. Can you get it? Oh, yeah, I have 4 power, so that makes a lot of sense. How long we got? A couple turns. We'll clear out this pawn. No, we'll actually take the animal and clear out this way in case we chip the king. Can you get it? I want to invite the rook or the queen to check me at close range. So it's actually knight soul in here. Queen should come up 1 square away from me, and then I can one tap her and get her soul. Okay, I fully expected. Let's get an ammo. Blast the queen. And now I should be able to blast the king. We have enough space here in the corner. This will be okay. Let's reload here. Knight backup, that's terrible. But with the scope, I should be able to one-shot it. Yeah. We're gonna just one-shot it. Okay, what to do here? What's the best thing to do here? We're safe to... This pawn's annoying. We're safe to go here for now. This pawn's gonna come up, and we can always queen move here, which is gonna blockade some of these pawns a little bit at least. You really want to blockade pawns more than have them. Okay, so that's actually nice. We're just gonna reload in place and shoot this king no matter what. See, this is what's great about the subtle poison. It applies to new queens. So this queen's not even checking right now. And with the scope, I'm basically guaranteed full damage in this range. Okay, I'm having a good run. I'm glad the run I decided to do the recording of ended up being alright. 1 firepower for each empty soul slot. I actually have a soul slot now, so that's nice. King's Mistress is actually combos really well with subtle poison. The extra queen barely even does anything for a long time, and I'm still one-shotting queens with this power. Mode's always great. I think my last run I had a moat. I don't really want to though. The extra firepower is going to be nice if I ever have to use my soul. It will bring me up to 5, so I can one-shot the rooks. And Queen's Mistress combo with subtle poison is just so good. So we're gonna go ahead and grab it. I definitely had some decent luck with this run with these 2 upgrades especially. So we don't quite have the range to blast there. Move up. We're gonna try to let this rook out again. Hello? Okay, so orthogonal, orthogonal to 2 squares away. So this knight's gonna be able to check me. Okay, I don't think there's a place I can go where none of the knights can check me. No, here actually. Right? So I'm gonna take both shots at this rook. He's hampering me a bit. And it's gonna be a bit tough. It's gonna be oh. That doesn't probably block it. That is annoying. Bit annoying. Can't move there because of the knight. We'll move here, take the bishop check. We're gonna end up having to move all the way over here. Which is gonna give us some relief from the knights, hopefully, for a couple turns where we'll clear up some pawns. I think that'll work. Because we're gonna get double checked here. The rook's gonna come over, the bishop's gonna come out. Nothing I can really do about it at this point. The bishop moving in front of the rook kind of ruined my plans in that regard. So it's gonna be fine. We still got several turns for the queens. So, yep, exactly what I thought. I should be able to move here. Yeah, I can move here. We'll take the bishop first because he's about to move. And then we'll take this. It's time to think just for a second to make sure I'm not getting checked. I'm not checking myself with both these knights. This knight, the only place it can check me is to go down here, in which case it's also covering this square. This knight can check me here, which is probably what he's going to do. So I can move here and be orthogonal with both knights, which is always going to be nice. And I want to take care of this rook. We're going to try a bit of an angle to see if I can also get at least some damage on the knight. Okay, I didn't do it. That's fine. Move closer. We'll one-shot this knight. This one's on the rim, so it's good again. That's how it goes. Okay, poison for just a little bit longer, huh? I think we're gonna take out the knight, move here, and then they're gonna get unpoisoned, and I'll at least have the firepower to shoot one of them. You're gonna come in on this diagonal, which is my main. So part of the problem with having one of these souls is like if this one comes up close to me, if I'm here, this one comes up close to me, and this one goes on the diagonal, and this is gonna block me in over here. So my queen soul's not gonna get me out of that. Because this diagonal is going to be taken, this escape route's going to be closed up, this one's going to be up in my face. So yeah, I have to think a couple moves ahead here. I'm kind of tempted to... Okay, I don't think I can reload in place either. I'm tempted to kill these pawns so that then I can move here, and when the queens come for me, I can use my soul to get out. This is a very dangerous position, even if it doesn't look like it with these two queens about to be coming unlocked. The other thing is, I could queen move here now, and just pray I kill this queen in one hit. Which I would have 5 power, and I have a scope. That's tempting. If it doesn't work out, what's going to happen? So I move here. I have 2 shots in the chamber. I shoot the queen. The queen's going to become unpoisoned, like right at that point. It's going to be another move till it shoots, and I have a shot in the chamber, so I could just shoot it again. And then get a queen soul and flee. I actually kind of like that plan. The problem is these pawns. We're gonna do it. Okay, got him in one shot. That's extremely nice. So I want to move up and let this queen... Is this queen about to move? Not really. I need ammo anyway, so it's completely fine. We'll move up even more. Yeah. Almost got myself in a bit of trouble there. But we can move here. I like the ammo. We'll shoot the knight now. Just not have to deal with them. Shoot the queen. Yeah, this is why the backup's pretty rough on hard mode. On very hard, I mean. Because we got pawns about to promote, and now the knights are coming in at the same time, which means we're about to get a whole bunch more power pieces. So, the thing is how I want to play the endgame here. Do I want to go pawn hunting and just try to keep as much off the board as possible? Can I afford that without any ammo, or is it best to just go for the king? How much are the knights going to harass me if I do? You still have a while before you can promote, and you're just not moving. We're going to try to go for the king. If I lose here, this decision right there is going to be a huge fall. Okay, Soul Poison Queen, that's not bad. We'll jump here. The knight's going to have a couple moves to move, so we can jump here. That should be jumping in closer to a wall before any of those just dangerous. But I have 2 shots in a row right here. Yeah. 4 power at 1 square away with the thing means you almost always do 4 damage. You almost always do the scope. One of the best things about it is 1 square away is where you'll tend to do max damage. Max ammo is fantastic. It solves a lot of the problems I have right now. But plus 2 HP plus bodyguard means the exact thing I just did wouldn't work. We're gonna take the max ammo though. 6 max ammo is actually excellent. I was really struggling there at the end, partially because I just kept having 1 ammo left. And the 6 ammo means I can push out a lot more damage quicker because I can reload 2 multiple more times, meaning my damage per turn is really high for a lot longer. And bodyguard's not too bad. It's definitely anti-synergy with cavalry, but we can work around it. Piercing truth right now is going to kill me. I know I have the fire range, so that's offset quite nicely, but having -1 firepower is just too rough without any more firepower upgrades. I won't even one-shot bishops, let alone even if I use my soul, then I can't one-shot rooks or queens. So I can't even one-shot queens with 3 power, even with the self-poison. So this is just too bad, the piercing truth. And we've already increased pawn speeds regardless, so increasing it even more, it just compounds on itself really badly. So we're gonna take this. Like I said, the ammo is actually really good. They seem underwhelming, but it definitely helps quite a lot. I'm tempted to use my soul to move in quickly just to push out the damage that much faster. Let me think. I can move here. He'll go here, so I could move here instantly. We're actually gonna go ahead and do that. Let both the knights come out, and we'll take them out. Let's just open up the king. Reload in place and just shoot the king a couple times. Take you out first, leave it in my way. I have the damage for this. Not a risk. Alright, push out damage on the king. Oh, we actually jumped forward. Nice. Okay, nice round. Yeah, using souls earlier, it's a bit of a gamble on whether or not the king's going to do that, or the queen's just going to come out, but it's honestly really nice. Okay, so same problem with the piercing truth, I can't afford it. Royal Loafer's movement's always going to be good in hard mode. I already had to take something for souls to get any movement at all, so even more movement's going to help. Kite Shield it's not so bad. You can usually, I've been liking to one-shot the knight as soon as it comes out, and you definitely can't do that anymore, but usually you can just spray over in its direction and only, aim to just barely clip it and get the knight shield, or the kite shield off without doing much damage. Without missing out on much damage. The range is going to help take off those kite shields too. Let's kind of try to go for the same strategy, honestly. Quite a bit. So we're going to go like this, try to get that kite shield off with just a couple of firepower, yep. And then end the knight, they get the kill. That's fine, let's reload and get the kill on this knight now. And then go... Very annoying, actually. I'd rather not back up, but we're going to. This rook's still going to be a while before he can move. We're going to try to kill this pawn and just clip the knight. Just enough. Yep, exactly what I wanted. We'll kill the knight now. He's annoying. We'll go here. Hopefully the queen comes up, actually. Okay, didn't get the kill. We'll just kill the pawn. It's fine. How long do they have? 2 poison. Can't blockade any of this. We'll just back up, kill this queen. She's about to get unpoisoned, so it's nice to do it now. With this kill, we'll try to tuck ourselves in here. Okay, I don't think this is guaranteed, so we're not going to go for it. This rook's kind of boxing this in. I have loafers. We'll loafer and jump here. There's a decent chance it kills, and if it doesn't, it's not too bad. Maybe I can blast through this pawn and finish her off. I have the range, and the pawn only has 1 HP. I got the kill. We're gonna go in for the king. Okay, I meant to right click there. I'm on a mouse pad, so it's a little... Okay, we have bodyguard just coming in with that actually extremely annoying. Okay, maybe it was anti-synergy. Maybe it was too much anti-synergy. We're gonna take care of both these pawns. They're both on HP. Okay, so let's see. Knight's got a little bit to move, actually. And the kite shield's more annoying than all this before. Okay, I'm not in danger really right now. And I got 1 damage on the rook, so that's great. So we're actually, I think I'm gonna knight move down here because I want to stop these pawns. These knights came in at a terrible time. Yeah, I'm gonna knight move down. I want to hit these pawns. Okay, didn't get the kite shield through that. Always a little bit unfortunate. So this is diagonal to both knights, so that means if I go here, the knights won't be able to hit me for a while. This has 4 HP, so it's actually fine for it to come up next to me. The king's not going to be close to me, so let's go here and blast it. Okay. It crossed me up a bit. That's going to promote, huh? You know, I might die just because I took kite shields. I thought it would be alright, but it's really not turning out to be okay. Let's go here and try to escape this way on the dark squares. Oh, 2 knights. Okay, that's actually not terrible. Knights they won't really check, they're really annoying, but they won't really checkmate you by themselves. So I'm actually going to blast this one now. This one's closer, but it's 1 HP, so it's not too bad. Both these knights are going to check me, but having 2 knights check you from, like, if we go here and here, then they're really overlapping squares, which like they'd be both hitting this square and this square, so they'd be overlapping squares, which isn't so bad. It really reduces the amount of squares they're taking away from me. So we'll shoot this one. Okay, they didn't quite do that, but they did do alright. Okay, so if I go here and this knight comes up here and the king comes in on me, I'm gonna have a knight here. I would have this square open. Is that what I want to do? It's easier just to go here. I'm diagonal 2 away from this knight. This knight can't. This knight could check me there, but I could block it. I could jump in front of this pawn, and I would be hitting me. This knight would be check wrenching me. I'm having some troubles here, but we're gonna do that. Okay. Okay, maybe I should have thought more. Because now that I've done that, I didn't really think the knight was going to come here. So these 2 squares are taken away, these 2 squares are taken away, the king's taken away. So I don't have a spot. I have my rook soul. I'm probably just going to have to reload and rook soul out. But when these all move away, I might have this square open. And this is blockading pawn from me right now. So I'm just going to reload. This one's hitting me. And all these squares are taken away still with this guy. So we're going to have to rook soul out. We're going to blockade this pawn. Okay. 3 knights are moving. So, you know how I said earlier the knights probably aren't going to checkmate me? Yeah, I'm about to eat my words on that one. I just want to break some kite shields. That's my thought. Let's see what the knights are. What are the knights about to do to me? So you can check here. They like to check, so okay, so I'm orthogonal, two diagonal away from that guy, so he can't check me. This guy can go here, here. So that guy can't check me. So this is the only knight that can check me where I stand right now. And he's gonna jump here. So, you know, if he comes close here, he jumps here, he jumps here. So actually, if I blast this pawn, I'm probably going to be able to escape this way. But what happens if I blast this knight? Because I want to get these kite shields out. This is actually completely destroying me. So if I just reload in place, this knight jumps here to check me. I'll probably end up, if this knight jumps here, which you probably will want to, and this square is going to be taken away from me. So all my squares are going to be taken away. I'm not going to have any ammo. I might just be dead. I might just be dead. This knight, that knight's not going to be relevant to this square. I have my loafers. Okay, this corner. So if I can hit both these knights with the kite shields and get to this corner, then I'm at least safe for a little bit. We're gonna try this. Okay. I was supposed to loaf. I meant to try that and loafer down here, but I didn't do it. Am I just dead now? I'm gonna check from this knight. Can't move here because of this knight. Can't move here. Oh, I'm just dead now. I meant to loafer down here. Oops. Okay. That should be GG. Let's just triple check. This is definitely covered. I'm hit. This is covered by that knight. I should have probably just blasted the pawn. Okay. Kite shield. Yep, I thought I could handle it. It definitely ruined me. Yep. You can have the honors. Okay. That's still a good run. 4-9 is pretty good. Not a very hard run. Hopefully some of my insights helped. And have a nice day.